Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So we have a big game 4 tonight between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets in a series that favors the Lakers, currently 2-1, but it's a big game because, of course, you don't want the series to go 2-2. If you're LA, you would rather it be 3-1, and if you're Denver, you probably don't want it to go 3-1, even though if it did, you'll probably say this is exactly where we want the Lakers, but realistically, you probably don't want a 3-1 deficit either. So a very, very big game 4 that could definitely be a swing game for either side if they could pull it off today. Now, the Lakers, they are now lobbying to the league office that there hasn't been a lot of foul calls when LeBron James has been driving to the basket, and they're saying that maybe the league should review it and maybe they should start calling more fouls on LeBron James. Frank Vogel, the head coach, says essentially he's been going to the basket very aggressively. He didn't want to elaborate more, but he was hinting towards they've been having issues with the refs not calling fouls for LeBron James. Now, coming into the series, LeBron James averaged 7.5 free throws per game. He's only taken 10 through 3 games of this series with the Denver Nuggets. He only took 2, and that was on the flagrant foul from Jamal Murray in Game 3. So the Lakers want to ramp up really the amount of free throws that LeBron James is taking. And I know it's always weird when it comes to LeBron James. There's games where it seems like he is getting every single call, and you're like, okay, that's a superstar call. He's LeBron James. And then there's games where he's not really getting any calls, but you also have to look at a guy who's 6'8", 260, 265, driving to the basket. They're not going to call a lot of fouls when you have a guy that big, and strong going to the basket. So it's always kind of a catch-22. Will the refs, pay attention to it? Are we going to see more fouls called? And I believe so. Now, I don't want to get into too many conspiracy theories, but of course we all know it's probably in the best interest of the league if the Lakers could somehow get out of this Western Conference Finals. Having them in the NBA Finals is always going to do great for TV ratings. So I think, and I don't really think they worry too much between the Heat and Boston. I think both of them against the Lakers are going to do just fine when it comes to the TV ratings. So I really do think that they might put more emphasis on that. We'll see it tonight. I will say this: if LeBron James is going to the line, if he goes to the line 10 plus times tonight, I don't see a scenario where the Lakers lose, because you see AD, he's going to probably be able to get to the line. LeBron's going to get to the line, shooting 60%, 70%. He's not the greatest free throw shooter in the world, especially these days. So that's still a nice, solid, amount of free throws, especially when you take into consideration the fouls that's going to rack up on the opposition. So I think that is very important. Once again, if LeBron James is not at the line, LeBron hasn't been playing great basketball in these 3 games in the Western Conference Finals. If we're keeping it, 100, he hasn't played great. It's really been the Anthony Davis show. LeBron has kind of been that second guy. And that's, LeBron's going to have to step up to beat these Nuggets. So we'll see. I definitely think he's going to be more aggressive tonight. I think the Lakers as a whole, I think Anthony Davis is going to be more aggressive tonight. I think the Lakers got a big wake-up call, losing that game. Will they run through the rest of the series? I believe personally that they will. I think they will, win this series, whether it's in 5 or 6. I don't see it going to a Game 7, but who knows? Tonight is going to be very, very important. But you guys let me know what you guys think about, the Lakers essentially crying to the league office. I'm going to just keep it a buck, man. They're crying to the league office. That's why I would say for any other team that they haven't been getting fouls. Will the league respond? Will they listen to it? And will, the refs play a big role in this series? Are we going to see more fouls, called against LeBron, or for players fouling LeBron James in this game? Are they going to leave it alone and let the players play? You guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.